Hello, Come Grow With Me family. It's Drea, your DMV located certified master gardener, coming to you today with lesson number 3. In lesson number 1, we had to survey the area in which we wanted to plant our garden or to have our containers and pots and things of that sort, or our raised bed, and see how much sun it had. Was it full sun or was it partial sun? And about how many hours of sun. In lesson number 2, I instructed you to make a list of what you wanted to grow. And as a novice gardener, it's easier, it's more rewarding, and you'll be more invested if you grow what you and or your family eat, okay? So now you've done lesson 2 and you've made that list. Hopefully you went back under each lesson and posted your responses, your homework in the comments. If not, go back and do that so that we can always backtrack and I can go back and share valuable input with you along the way. So today we're at lesson 3. In lesson 3, we want to talk about using lessons 1 and 2 to determine what we can actually grow based on the environment that we're using for our garden and also based on what our family eats, okay? So I grow over 60 things every year because I'm a master gardener and I grow not just for myself but for loved ones and family members and friends. Excuse my dog in the background. For the purposes of this particular lesson, we're going to focus on 5 different vegetables or seasonings or herbs that I'm going to grow. The main one I'm going to focus on today is romaine lettuce. So when you get a seed packet, no matter where you get your seeds from, and we'll deal with later on where you can get your seeds from. On the seed packet, it has valuable information on it, on the back. On the back of the seed packet, it's going to tell you things like days to germinate. That means from the time that you plant the seed in the required planting conditions, weather-wise, how many days it'll take before you'll see a little sprout come up out of the soil. It's also next going to tell you the depth to sow the seed, which is going to tell you how far down in the soil you need to plant the seed. So for my romaine lettuce, it says in the ideal growing conditions, once I plant it, the days to germinate is 5 to 10 days. Now, this is not law. It's just a guideline. Sometimes it'll come up before then. Sometimes it'll take longer. So if 5 to 10 days goes by and you don't see anything happening, continue to take care of it and just be patient. All things come in due time. The next thing the seed packet will tell you is seed spacing. And that refers to how far apart in the medium you should plant each seed. Okay, for the romaine lettuce seeds I'm going to use, it says they should be planted about 18 inches apart. Okay, because of how large the romaine lettuce plants grow, if you're planting them in the place where they're going to grow, period, you're not going to planning on transplanting them at any point, then I would use the 18 inches as a good guideline. If not, you can go down to as small as 8 inches apart if you're going to end up being able to transplant them into other containers. The next thing it tells you is the height, and that's referring to how high up or even the depth of the medium that you're using to plant your seeds in. So if I'm planting them in my raised bed, I need to have 16 to 18 inches of soil. That's what this is telling me. The last key category is days to maturity, and that's giving you an average of, in the ideal conditions, once you plant the seed and meet the other requirements, and the weather is basically the ideal growing conditions, it should take about 68 days from the day I plant the seed until the time I have a full-grown romaine lettuce stalk that I can harvest the leaves from and use in my salad, okay? The back of the seed packet is also going to have other information like a map of the United States, if you're in the U.S., with the different planting seasons for that particular seed based on what area of the country you live in, which is based on what zone of weather you're in. In the DMV, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia area, we're in zone 7. So I'm going to go by zone 7 for most of the things that I'm planning. But it'll tell you, like for zone 7, for my zone in the DMV, these seeds should be planted ideally anywhere between March and July. Okay? So when you buy seeds, and we could talk about in a later lesson where to get your seeds from, It's going to have all of this information on the back of the seed packet. It'll also tell you some sowing tips and some garden hints as well. All of this information is very important. But one of the most important things to check on the back of your seed packet is, when is the sell-by date? Because seeds can go bad. So you want to make sure that you're using them within a time frame that the provider of the seeds is telling you is the best time for the seeds to be most likely to be the most fruitful, okay? When I do the video, I'll actually upload the picture of the back of the packet so that you can see exactly what I'm referring to as I'm going through this video and discussing this with you. These things are key because you need to make sure that you're matching up what you want to grow will grow well in the environment that you have available for your garden, whether it be full sun or partial sun, whether it be raised bed or container gardening. You want to make sure that it's going to align so that the seeds have the proper environment that they're going to need to thrive and produce the vegetables, the herbs, the seasonings that you're looking for to make this a rewarding experience that is also beneficial to you, okay? So with that said, study what's going on. You can go to the stores and get your seeds. You can get seeds from places that would be places like, well, I'll discuss that in the next video that I'll post in a day or two. But you want to make sure that what you have as far as your environment, full sun, partial sun, the temperature ranges for wherever you are located in the United States, or if you're in another country, wherever you're located in your country, weather-wise, will match up with what you want to grow, okay? So that you'll be most likely to be successful at this endeavor. So remember, to grow what you eat, there is no yard required, so there is no excuse. Come grow with me. See you in the next video.